Rapper Forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back with a live stream. Before I get into this live stream, I want to remind everyone that I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take a moment to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up, and if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist. If you like my channel, find my content helpful, take a moment to subscribe and turn on post bell notifications. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. I am on the road to achieving 8,000 subscribers. I'm 500 more subscribers away. 500 more subscribers away from that goal. Um, Before I get into today's live stream, I just want to take a moment to say happy new month. Happy first of the month. Happy first of the month. We're in the last 31 days of 2025. Yes. We're in the last 31 days of 2025. This year is almost over. Went by so fast with everything that was going on in our lives and everything that was going on in the world. We are at the end of 2025. Wow. Man, look at how time flies, you know. It seems like New Year just started. So like 2025 just came in yesterday and we already at the end of it. It's just that fast. I used to always say this is the only time of year, or not this is the only time of each month that I would want to be a drug dealer, because nowadays drug dealers front dope heads and fiends their drugs all month, and then between the first and the fifth of every month, they got all the people, all the drug guys that owe them money. They got them at Wawa at midnight collecting all their money. It's been plenty of time I don't see a dope boy with a whole line of older people come to the ATM one by one, getting all the money off their card that they owe the drug dealer. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like that really impressed me. Like, yo, that's a good way to collect your money. You know, that's a good way to collect your money. But I'd always said this is the only time of the months I would want to be a drug dealer, because of that, to collect all that money and take care of my business. You know what I mean? Take care of my business, you know. But as you know, today I'm about to live stream. I figured I would go live since I don't have to be to work till 8 o'clock tonight. So I got some time to spare. I got everything away. I got my 10 YouTube shorts done for the day. You know, if I really don't have anything to do each day, I go in and knock 10 YouTube shorts out. If I do have things to do, I do 6 a day. You know, it all depends on what I got going on each day, on how many YouTube shorts I do each day. I did have plans to go to the labor pool this morning, but the particular labor pool that I go to every blue moon don't have a lot of work like that. So I didn't want to take that chance to take an hour bike ride to just sit in the office for 3 hours after getting off work 4 o'clock this morning. You know what I mean? I didn't want to take that hour bike ride to sit in the office from 5 a.m. to 8:30 and hope to work. You know, I'm looking for extra guaranteed work, not hope. Not hope I get out today. I don't, you know, you can't pay bills and make a living on hope. You can't make money on hope. You need open doors. You know, so that's why I didn't go, because I had today and tomorrow that I wanted to go to the daddy pay place. My son said, nah, why take that risk? Why take that risk, take an hour bike ride and hope to get out? And hope they got an open ticket for you. Nah, I'm good. I'm not one of them. They seen what happened last time I came over there, and the guy told me I don't have any open tickets, but hopefully something come through. You never know what today holds, with a smile. Nah, I took that, left there, and that same day I got hired on my night job that I've been working 20 hours of overtime for the last since my second week there, my third week there. I've been putting in 20 hours of overtime every week, so nah, I'm good. I don't sit around and hope. You know, I'm not one of them that wants to that remains at a standstill forever. I'm one of the ones that get at a standstill and fight his way out that standstill to get moving, to get going. I don't know. I can't. You can't keep me at a standstill long. So you know, that's why I ain't go to the labor pool today, because I want to make some extra money instead of sitting in the house. You know, my mindset: the more money you make today, the more you put in towards Social Security. So you working your butt off today helps me also down the road when it's time for me to collect Social Security as well. That's my way of thinking. That's why I love working so much. You know, and y'all know I just did what, May, June, July, August, September. I just did 5 months in jail, so that's 5 months of no income coming in. Of no income coming in, which means nothing going towards Social Security. So I gotta make that up. That's where the 20 hours of overtime come in at every week. That's where the day job come in. That's why we make all that up. Where they say, okay, he did go 5 months without working, but he still met his quarter every quarter to get what he need when it's time for me to collect Social Security. That's my way. That's my outlook on life. That's my outlook on life that I developed over the years of working. As I learned and learned more, I developed that kind of mindset. Let me see who just left me a voicemail, because, man, report that to spam. Yeah, so that was going on with me. Really, what? But I chose a topic today called "What Should Be Free But Isn't." What should be free in America but not? That's a good question. What should be free in America but isn't? And when I seen that, I had, normally I had to go through Instagram to find things to do a YouTube live stream on. Sometimes I just choose to just go live and be on my phone to find random topics to share my thoughts on. But today I wanted to come with a particular topic, and I chose that topic. What should be free but isn't? What should be free but isn't? So, um, as everyone joining it live for the hour, till 3:30, let's take the time to share things that should be free in America, that should be free in the world but isn't. And the first thing that come to mind to me that should be free is, I feel that Medicaid should be free. Our jobs shouldn't have to shouldn't have to provide health insurance or dental insurance for us. When we out here paying taxes on everything, and all the money we pay the government in taxes, Social Security, and all that whatnot, that should entitle us to free Medicaid and free dental insurance, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Why not? You taxing us every way possible. Should we get something for free? Just being real. Just being real. Should we be able to get something in the world for free? So I feel Medicaid, much as people invest in a job and put in on the time people put in on a job, yeah, Medicaid and dental insurance should be free. It should be free of charge. Just that simple. It should be free to qualify, free to insurance. You should have to pay a copay when we go. But she was like, I had like in 2000, I think it was 2000. I worked for a public supermarket in Florida. I had AdMed insurance. It was a $20 copayment every time I went to the doctor, and I had to pay half of the cost of the prescription. So the medicine was $30. I had to pay $15. It should be just like that. You should have paid for an insurance plan, and then come to pocket a co-payment, have a prescription, and everything that they would have charged you for insurance. That's just my opinion. That's something I would say I would make free. Other thing that should be free. I got a little cold. Riding a bike in all this 29, 20 degrees weather here in Virginia, with a hoodie on and a jacket on, is still giving me so much of a cold. So I drink a dry, old school methods. It's gonna be going to the doctor, going to the hospital. I would drink a ginger ale, get me a medicine ball once a day from Starbucks, and clear myself up. I've been sipping on this since 11 o'clock. It's room temperature. It's what I do. But things that should be free. I feel that veterans, injured, non-injured veterans, should be living tax free. If you don't fought in a war and fought for this country, you should be living tax free. You should be living the rest of your life tax free. Just that simple. You should be living tax free because you fought in these wars. You paid your duties to the world, the ultimate duty. And you tell me you still gotta pay taxes and everything? Hell, they should get a roof over their head for free too. I mean, just being real. You don't put your life in the line for this country. The loss of body part might even got killed. Even your family should be able to, your immediate family should be able to live for free. Should be able to live tax free to the day they die and get free housing to the day they die because of your service. That's just how I feel about the world. You know, um, things that should be free in the world. Things that should be free but isn't. Things should be free that isn't. Kindness, being kind to one another, treat others how you want to be treated. That should be free. But so many people make it not free. They make you have to earn it or complain about it to get it. You know, um, going to church, going to church without hearing the pastor begging you for money. That should be free. You know, going to church without all the extra stuff. The church begging you for money, begging you to give up all the money in your wallet, in your pocket, begging you to go to the ATM to get all your money at the bank, they donate to the church, you know. You should be able to go to church for free. Church should not have turned into a big organization where it's all about the dead presidents. Church should be free. Church should be free. Another thing I feel should be free in the world is when you use any ATM, when you use any ATM in America to withdraw your money, it should be free. It should be free of charge. You should be able to use your debit card anywhere. As long as you take a debit card, you should be able to use your debit card free of charge. That's something I feel should definitely be free. You know, because not every bank got those particular banks, those particular ATM machines around the world. So every logo that's on the ATM machine, every one of those logos need to be in the back of our debit cards. That way, it can be free. You know, you shouldn't be charged. You shouldn't be charged a fee every time you go to the ATM machine to get money. I feel that's something in the world that should be free. Literally, should be free. You know, just in my opinion. Mhm. I'm just want to think of things that should be free. If I forget to mention anything or miss something that should be free, feel free to share it in the comments. But things that should be free, treating others how you want to be treated, or treating others how you treat them, should be free. But people make it ain't. People make it where it's not free. You know, um, things that should be free but not free. Things that should be free but not free. Applying for an apartment should be free. It should be no first month deposit, last first and last month rent up front. It shouldn't be all that. A $25 application fee just to hope to get approved for an apartment. That should be free. That shouldn't be charged. It should be a fee for that. It should not be no fee for that. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be no fee for an apartment, a house, a condo, a townhouse. You shouldn't need first and last month's rent. You shouldn't need a security deposit for an apartment, house, or a townhouse. It shouldn't for a place to stay. You should not need all that. All those fees they charge you should be free of charge. Even everything else that they put a fee on. A fee for a water bill, a fee for a light bill. There shouldn't be no fee for that. Those bills should be free of charge. You know what I mean? Just in my opinion, these are me naming things that I feel should be free but isn't. You know, um, another big thing that should be free. Another big one. Y'all let me know in the comments if you agree with this one lot or not. Another thing that should be free is all these tolls. All these tolls for you to get. Cause I know here in Virginia, for me to get on the highway and go from city to city to city, you gotta go through tunnels. That's a fee. You gotta go through tolls. That's a fee. I'm pretty sure it's like that in a lot of places because I don't live in 3 different states: Virginia, Florida, and Georgia. And these tolls, like yo, that should be free. You know what I mean? For you to take the fast way, you gotta pay a 75 cent fee or $1.50, $1.50 fee each way. Nah, it shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that. For you to travel anywhere in the world, whether by vehicle, it should be free of charge if you don't need highways. You know, like I know certain areas here in Virginia where you gotta pay a $15 fee just to go through the tunnel. Like $15 each way. That's there and back. So that's $30 a day gone. And it shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that. Traveling anywhere, it should be free. Anywhere on these highways, going through tunnels, it should not be no toll fee. You shouldn't need an express pass or a toll pass. It should be free of charge. Literally. Because all about transportation commute. You commute from point A to point B. It should not be no fee for that. It should not be no fee for that whatsoever. You know, that's a good one now. That's a good one. Y'all tell me if y'all agree with that or not. What should be free but is not free? That's something you gotta think on. What should be free but is not free? What should be free but isn't free? To get your phone fixed. If you got insurance on your phone, this is a big one. This is one of the reasons I don't get insurance. If you have insurance on your phone and something happens to your phone when you got to use your insurance, you should not have to pay another fee to get your phone fixed. And that's the reason I don't have insurance on my phone right there. Just like with your car insurance, you know, you don't have to pay the deductible up front. That come out of your insurance policy. You know what I mean? So I feel it should be the same way with everything that you get insurance on in the world. Everything you get insurance on, it should not be another fee. You know, you paying that monthly fee to have insurance, and now when it breaks or not malfunctioning right, then you got to pay another fee. That's not fair. That defeats the purpose of having insurance. That's one of the reasons I started having insurance on my phone after I left T-Mobile. I'm like, what? My phone had broke one time. I wouldn't use insurance. They told me I co-pay my another fee. Now you got me all the way messed up. That's one of the reasons I don't have insurance no more. They charge you 15 to 20 to $25 a month for insurance. You get the phone company Freedom. See, $20 a month times 12 months, that's a free $240 a year you're giving the phone company. And still got to pay another fee out the pocket on top of that. $204? Nah, you got me all the way jacked up. You got me all the way jacked up on that. Just in my opinion, you know. But I'm naming things that should be free but isn't. Things that should be free but isn't. When you buy a new device, whether Apple or Android, you know, you should be able to get the charger cord and the AC adapter with it. With what the prices for the prices of these phones cost, for the prices of these iPhones, for the prices of select Android phones, for the price of these iPad, for the price of these tablets, you don't get an AC adapter no more. Everything, every device should come with an AC adapter for free of charge, like it used to back in the day. But now everyone catching on what Apple doing and make it pay $20 and better for an adapter just to plug in the wall to charge your phone. That should still be free. That should still be free. Just in my opinion. That's one of the things that should be free. Things that should be free, but isn't. That's a good question. Things that should be free, but is not free. Um, Things that should be free, but isn't. Um, Things that should be free, but is that's a good question. That might have to do a lot of thinking on for the album on live just to come with answers. Things that should be free, but isn't. Hmm. Things that should be free, but isn't. Things that should be free, but isn't. Hmm. Kindness should be free, but a lot of people in this world don't know how to be kind to one another. You know, uh, treating people how you want to be treated. But we live some people live in a world where They want you to treat them good. People want you to treat them good while they treat you like trash. Things that should be free. Things that should be free. Oh, I'm sure you guys can relate to this as well. A lot of jobs still have paper checks. And I've been finding out lately that a lot of banks that you come to the cash check, even with the check being written to that bank, you should not be charged a fee to cash your check. You should not be charged. If you go to the bank, like let's say you walk in Bank of America where the check is written to Bank of America, you should not be charged a fee for that. If the check is written to that particular bank you're at, you should not be charged a fee to cash your check. You know what I mean? And it's sad that this is what the world comes to. When you can't even go to the bank that the check is written to and get your check cashed for free. Back in the day, in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was free. You can walk into the bank that the check is written to and cash your check for free. But nowadays, it's a fee. Things that should be free, but isn't. And that's a good one, too. That is a very good one that should be free. Because I'm on my job. My job, a lot of people mad about that, too. Like, what? I can go to the bank that the check is written to and pay a $10 to $20 fee for them to cash my check. What kind of BS is that? That check is written to this particular bank, and I can't go to that particular bank to get my check cashed for free? That's some BS. That is some complete bullshit. You know, things that should be free but isn't. Um, I feel to verify your account on Facebook and Instagram should be free. It should be a monthly membership for that. You know what I mean? It should not be a monthly membership to verify your page, your Instagram or Facebook account. It should not be a monthly fee for that. Facebook and Instagram been free since day one. It shouldn't be a fee to verify your account. That's something that should be a free in America. Free of speech. Free of speech should be free in America. Yes, free of speech. The right to speak your mind without any consequences on social media, it should be free. Not your content get banned or your job can use your content to fire you from your job. It should be free. Because, you go on Facebook and say, Raymond Tackle Family, what's on your mind? Not what the world gonna agree with, what the world wants to hear. It should be free. It should be free. Things that should be free, but isn't. Things that should be free, but is parking. Parking, yes. Yes, I noticed this too from DC, around DC, Virginia. Parking should be free. Parking should be free. You want to go to a nice restaurant, it should be free parking. You shouldn't have paid to park in a parking garage or a parking lot, you know, where you got to pay by the hour. It shouldn't be that. Everywhere should have, every business in America should have their own parking lot or a big parking lot for everybody to park in to go to certain businesses. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be a fee. You got to pay a fee to go to the parking this parking lot. It shouldn't be like that. It should be free of charge. Even with apartments, it should be a fee to park in the apartment in the apartment complex parking lot. Um, Hotels should have free parking. But I remember the few times I went to DC, the Hilton Hotel charged a fee to park in the parking garage, but they waived that fee, or no, they take that fee out of your deposit for the room. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be like that. If I'm staying at your hotel, I'm paying you to stay here for a couple of days, for the weekend, or for a week. Parking should be free. Just that simple. It should be a charge for that. It should not be a charge for that. Just in my opinion. Things that should be free. Things that should be free, but isn't. You gotta really think on that. Things that should be free, but isn't. Things that should be free, but isn't. Um, Save a lot. I mean, not Save a lot. What's that store called? What's that store? What is that store? Audi. Audi charge you 25 cents for a shopping cart. It takes you to deposit a quarter into the slot to release the cart, the shopping cart, that go shopping at Audi's. That should be free. That should be free. You tell me I gotta pay you, I gotta put 25 cents in the machine just to get a shopping cart to shop in your store. Also, Audi and Save a Lot bags should be free. Yes, bag, it should be a charge. It should be what I think a 15, 25 cent fee for a bag. It shouldn't be. That should not be. All the money y'all make, and we gotta pay you for bags to bag up our groceries in when we done shopping in your store. That should not be. That should be free. Bags should be free of charge in Audi and Save a Lot. What else should be free? What else should be free but not free? H&M, my favorite store in the world. H&M, that 25 cent fee that y'all charge for a bag nowadays, go back to the bags being free. Why should I have to pay to shop in your store? Why should I have to pay for your merchandise, then pay you for a bag to put the merchandise in? That shouldn't be a fee. It should not be a fee on that. You know, it shouldn't be a fee on that. That should be something we all should come together and fight for. Everyone else shopping at H&M on a regular basis, that should be something that we all stand up and take a fight for right there. That fee H&M charge for a bag. This is my opinion. It's been free since day one. Y'all just started that fee, I think, last year or a year ago. And that is a fee for a bag, a bag. Like, how petty can you be? How petty can you be when it comes to retailers? What else? What else should not be a fee? What else should not be a fee? What else should be free but isn't? What else should be free but is not free? What else should be free but is not free? Um, I gotta really think. I gotta really think about that. That's a good topic. That is a good topic to touch on. What should be free but isn't? What should be free but isn't? Um, what should be free but isn't? I have to really, really think of things that I feel should be free but isn't. Luggage. Luggage. When you go on a flight or on a train, on a Greyhound, on the Amtrak, when you're flying, it shouldn't be no luggage fee. It should not be a luggage fee. It should not be a baggage fee. That should be free. With what these flights cost, with the price of these flights, with the price of these flights, it should not be a luggage fee. It should not be a luggage fee. Just my opinion. Just in my opinion. These are things that I think should be free. You know what I mean? 'Cause let's say someone traveling and they're gonna be out of town for a week. So they're bringing their stuff for a week and all of that stuff can't fit in one suitcase. You know, so why should they get hit with a luggage fee because they can't jam everything into one suitcase? You know, luggage fees at airports should be free, should be free of charge, in my opinion. These are things, in my opinion, that I feel should be free of charge, should be free, but isn't. Things that should be free, but not. Things that should be free, but not. Let me think. Things that should be free, but not. Background checks. Background checks should be free. When you gotta get fingerprinted done for a job, that should be free of charge. The job should pay for that. The job should pay for that. You know. Um, Jobs that make you buy your own uniform, that should be free. That should be free. The job should reimburse you the money you spent on uniform. Yes. Yes, the job require you to have a certain uniform, then they need to provide that certain uniform for you. And now sometimes when you out here shopping for uniform, you got to go to all kind of crazy stores just to find that particular brand, that particular style of clothing, that particular color of clothing. You know, so yeah, uniforms should be free of charge. Uniforms should be free on the job. Things that should be free but isn't. Things that should be free. Um, things that should be free but isn't. Hmm. Hmm. Um, I gotta really think of that one. I have to really, really think. Things that should be free but isn't. Things that should be free but isn't. All these data sites. BLK, Tag, no BLK, POF, and whatever dating other dating sites, you shouldn't have to pay a fee to see who liked your profile. You should not have to pay a fee to see who liked your profile. All dating sites should be free. All dating sites should be free. Why should we have to pay to be on a dating site? Why should we have to pay to be on a dating site? Can you make that make sense? That's one thing I always said it should be free. That's why I never paid to see who liked my profile on PLF or BLK because I'm like, why do I have to pay a fee just to see who liked my profile? And then when you see who liked your profile, you look like that person's so far away. You know, you looking in your area, it might be somebody 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours away from you that like your profile. And you telling me I'm paying you to see that? No, I'm good. I'm good. No, thank you. I pass on it, homie. I pass on it. Let's see what else. Things that should be free, but isn't. Mm. Oh, this is a big one. People sharing knowledge with you. People sharing their connection with you. Because we live in a world now where people rather take all they learn in their lifetime to the grave than pass it on to other people. That should be free. To share what you learn and what you know and your connection with someone, that should be free. That should be free. But nowadays, people just kiss their ass just for them to share what they learn and know and their connections with you. It's sad, but it should be like that should be free. That should be free. Because when you die, like me, I'm 45. When I die, everything that I learned in my 45 years on the earth, why not pass it on? Because when I die, it's going to the great witness. So why not pass it on? Why not share your connections when you can help someone save money? That's something that should be free to the world, but it's not. It's not free. You know, things that should be free but isn't. Things that should be free but isn't. But that last was a good one. Sharing what you know, what you learn, should be free. Should be free. You know. Let me see what else. Things that should be free but isn't. Things that should be free but isn't. Hmm. Uh, I gotta really think, man. I gotta really think. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Oh, here's something that should be free. Cell phone companies charge a fee to pay your cell phone company charge you a fee to pay your cell phone bill on a credit card. That should be free. It should be a fee for that. You know, because you get $10 like with Verizon, they give you $10 off on auto pay from paying your bill with a debit card. But you don't get that $10 auto pay from paying your bill money with a credit card. I don't think that's right. Whether you want to pay it with a credit card or a debit card, it should be your choice, as long as they get their bill money. But since they want their money on a certain date, that's why they want you to do it on a debit card. You know what I mean? It's sad, but it's true. Yeah, they want on a certain date, so that's why they rather you. That's why they prefer for you to pay your credit card, your cell phone bill on a debit card, than a credit card. That's something I learned too since I've been with Verizon. I think, yeah, that's what I found out about that was with Verizon. I'm like, what? For me to stay on auto pay and get that $10 discount that I get every month, I have to pay my bill with a debit card instead of with a credit card on auto pay. I was like, what? And that was the dumbest thing I ever heard. I don't know what was. That was the dumbest thing I ever heard. Literally. Literally. Things that should be free but isn't. What should be free? Uh what should be free but isn't free? What should be free but isn't? Being nice to people, being nice. It don't hurt you. What are you losing for being nice to people? It shouldn't cost you nothing to be nice and treat people how you want to be treated. It shouldn't cost you nothing, you know. But people still like it's such a hard thing, or you got to kiss up to them just for them to be nice to you, or treat you. You got to kiss up to them just for them to treat you how you treat them. You know, things that should be free but isn't. Things that should be free but isn't. Uh-huh. Let me see. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Things that should be free but isn't. Hmm. Things that should be free but isn't. Mm, I said that. Things that should be free but isn't. Oh, when you win big money in a casino or win big money in a lottery, and they got to take a certain percentage for taxes, yeah, I don't feel they should do that. I don't feel they should do that. I don't feel they should do that. That's just my opinion. I don't feel that. I don't feel that should be a fee for what you won. This money I won. This money I paid to play, and now I gotta pay a fee to get it. What kind of BS is that? I don't feel it should be like that. You know what I mean? I put a dollar machine and win $50,000, or I pay $5 on some scratch on some lottery tickets and win $1 million. There should be no fee. It should be no more fees. There should be no taxes and all that. That should be free money. You know what I mean? Because nowadays you got to pay taxes on it. Then there are taxes you got to pay taxes on again. You know that shouldn't be so. That shouldn't be the way the world's set up. Things that should be free but isn't. Those stimulus checks that we got under Obama should have been free. We shouldn't have to pay that money back at tax season. And if Trump give us that $2,000 stimulus check, that refund from tariff refund, if we get that $2,000, it should be free of charge. It should be money you got to pay back next tax season, because you know with Trump, he want that money back some kind of way. I guarantee you, Trump will want that money back some kind of way down the road. Trump ain't giving away nothing for free. A millionaire like him, Trump not giving nothing away for free. It's just that simple, you know. But I just want to take the time to spend a little time with y'all today and do a little live stream and then vibe out. If you watch the replay of this live stream, name some things in the comments that should be free but isn't. Just because I missed out or left out something, let me know in the comments. And thank y'all for supporting this YouTube journey. It's really been a really awesome journey, and I certainly appreciate the support by all be necessary. If you like my videos, like this live stream, take a moment to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way YouTube will notify you every time I load a video. I do leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take a moment to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist. We will do another live stream Wednesday sometime. I don't know the exact time, but I will do another live stream Wednesday. I gotta go through Instagram and find another topic to do a live stream on. So I see y'all in the next live stream. Peace.